Hey everyone, I think you can hear me now. I had some technical difficulties, but I think we're all good now. Are we all good? I hope so. Let me see something. Sorry about that. It happens. Okay, so it's showing that I am live right now. Okay. Okay. I think we're good now. My mic, I forgot to plug in my mic, so it didn't go through. So I was talking to pretty much myself that whole time for like a minute or two. And then I accidentally knocked over my camera, and then I just stopped the stream. But now I'm back. But yes, so if you joined me earlier, thank you. I was doing a lunch session edit. So I just edited a couple of stories or a couple of things on the short story horror that I am currently working on. It's an anthology. Hopefully I'll have that out next year. But as far as books next year, I already have something planned out. So at least there'll be one that's coming next year. But I have two others that I'm releasing this year, and the one I'm going to talk about tonight is called Coryville. It is a part of a series, and it is kind of like I guess you can say, mystery, suspense, thriller, and paranormal romance. And I've actually been working on this book for probably going on 2 years. I really finished and revised it late last year, and while I was revising it, I was actually working on the second part of it. And yeah, I got them all edited at the same time, so that's why I'm able to put out the second part next year. So, surprise, the second part will be out next year. But I have ideas for part two and not part two, but part three and part four, and I already wrote them down so I know what the idea is going to be and I don't lose it. But tonight we're just going to talk about it. I'm going to give you like a quick overview of the story and the characters. So let me pull up my screen, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Okay. Hold on a second. All right. So, this is Coryville. This is the story of Coryville. Coryville is the story of a big city detective that has to solve the case of a murder victim. So he is found on the shore of a lake, and he's a little different. I'm trying not to give too much away. He's a little different. I'm gonna say that. So they find his information, and she's talking to her police captain, and he's like, okay, this could possibly be a cold case because they have no evidence. Everything's washed away. It was the night after a storm, or it was a couple of hours after a storm, so most of the evidence washed away. But she gets this intuition in her that says to her, go to Coryville. Coryville is where the victim is from. And she has to go through her captain to do that. So she just has this nagging feeling, go to Coryville, go to Coryville. And finally, after her insistence and all the red tape he had to go through to get her to Coryville, she's able to go to Coryville. But as she goes to Coryville, the more she's there, this is over the course of a week or 8 days, she's realizing something about these people is a little different, just like the victim. And I've already revealed that there's likings in it. There's more than just likings in this. So yeah, these people in Coryville are just a little different. So if there's likings in Coryville, you can imagine what else is in Coryville. But yeah, she's meeting all these people, interviewing all these people, and then there's this one man who is the cousin of the guy she's working with that is a Coryville detective, and he just keeps coming around. You know, they keep running into each other, and every time they're with each other or near each other, they just feel this cosmic connection. So they find out what that connection is. Trying not to give too much away, but as I said, there's a paranormal romance in it. So you can probably guess what that connection is. But let me introduce the characters. I'm using plotter, by the way. I'm not a plotter person. I am a pantser, I guess that's what they call it, meaning that I have an idea and I just go with it, pretty much. But I like plotter because it does get my thoughts out on paper, and it's really organized because my stuff don't be that organized like this. So this is the first time I'm using it on this story, but I'm using it on another story as well. But this is, let me start with the main character. So Melanie Smith. Melanie Smith is the detective of Morgan County. Oops, this is wrong. This is Morgan County. Britland County is their sister county. Anyway, so Melanie Smith, she is the detective in Morgan County, which is the big city in Florida. Well, she's a big city detective in Florida. It's a county in Florida, and she's the one that discovers the body. Well, she's the one that's working on the case. Her core needs is she has a problem with letting go and accepting help. And there's a reason behind that, which I reveal in part 2. So I'm not going to reveal it here. I kind of like, if you can see, there's a big gap here because that information is all the way at the bottom. So I'm using all of this for all of the stories. But yeah, her deepest fear right now is not getting that control, her connection of under control with Anthony. The secret she's hiding, and this is revealed in book 2, so I'm gonna just reveal it here. She was left at the altar, and it kind of made her weary of men. So kind of like a fear. It's kind of a fear. She also knows Anthony's true identity, and she's hiding it from Detective Ramos. Detective Ramos is her co-worker in Morgan County PD. And the lies she believes about others in the world, no one is truly dependable. Being left at the altar. These are just a couple of her character bio. Nickname is Mel. She's 35, female, Black American. Eye color, skin color, her height. She's a plus size. I mean, well, kind of a plus size. She's like in between. I like to make my female characters either plus size or in that average category, because I feel like we need more representation of plus size characters, especially plus size romance interests. So that's why I made her that way. So she has a she grew up in Golden Beach, Florida. She has an education in criminal justice, a BA. She's a senior detective. She's stubborn. She likes to work alone. She's very ambitious, very independent. Her life goal is to be a police captain. And in the story in chapter 1, her and her captain are kind of discussing something like that. So that's why you saw that Britland County there. It's kind of I kind of messed up right there. Britland County is actually, like I said, her sister county, and that's what she said. Oh, not this county, maybe Britland County, when she was talking to her captain. But if you read the story, you'll understand what I'm saying. It comes out July 18th, by the way. Okay, anyway, and her fear is rejection. So next main character, we're going to go to Derek Rosehill. As you can see, there's a picture of a lichen, werewolf, whatever, lichen for this story because they have more control. He is a detective at Coryville Police Department. He is also a main character. He is, like I said before, he's Anthony's cousin. I gave him a little bit of stuff. I mean, I didn't really delve deep into his bio and stuff because I really want to focus mainly on Melanie and Anthony. But his nickname is D. His age is 35. He's a white male, green eyes, brown hair, beige skin. Down here, as you can see, born in Coryville, education, high school graduate, and he's a detective. Bad habits, making unnecessary jokes. Yes, he makes very unnecessary jokes in these books. Good habits, looking out for his older cousin. Life goal to marry Tracy, who is his girlfriend, long-term girlfriend, and to retire. His fears is losing Tracy and Anthony. So he's featured, as you can see, in both stories. Next character, Anthony, aka the love interest. Anthony is cousin of Derek. He is the owner of Coryville's farmers market, which was passed down from his father. His core need is to convince Melanie to move to Coryville and to marry her. His deepest fear is losing her. The secret he's holding from her. He was arrested at 13. I think I might have changed that to 16, but I have to look at the second story. But his mother left him with no explanation, so he kind of became a delinquent, and that is revealed in the second part of the story. So I feel like there's more conflict between their relationship in the second book. In this first book, they're more so trying to get to know each other, and in the second book, they're kind of more in the relationship, and then that's when stuff starts happening. The lie he believes about others in the world, getting close to anyone will make them leave because of his mother. So, sorry about that. If you hear my phone, I forgot to put it on silent. Let me do that right now. Okay. So his opponent is Grant, and there's a reason, because their species do not get along, and so naturally they are opponents. Also, Joshua Ramos, which I'll reveal why. Well, it's right there. Joshua is attracted to Melanie. He's always been attracted to her, but she pays him dust, so he's a little jealous of Anthony, especially since she just met him. Character bio. Nickname is Ant. He's 37, white male, Greek. Eyes are hazel, hair is black. 6'1". He has a BA in business. He was born in Coryville. He's the owner of, like I said, farmers market. His bad habit is stubbornness. His good habit is reliant and being protective. Life goal is to find his life mate. Fears is losing his life mate, obviously. So those are the three main characters in the Coryville book, but Melanie, Anthony, and Joshua, I would say, is the main characters in the second book, which is called In Sheep's Clothing. So let's go down to the supporting characters. I'm going to start with Captain Yang. Captain Yang is Melanie's boss at Morgan County Police Department. He's a captain. He's a 20-year veteran on the squad. He's been her captain for 5 years. Melanie has been a detective for 7, and he's married. I didn't go deep into his stuff, as you can see. He's human. Next is Joshua Ramos. Joshua is Melanie's co-worker at Morgan County PD. He is also he's not even an option. He's just, yeah. Anyway, his core need is to convince Melanie to leave Anthony because, as I said before, he has a thing for her. His deepest fear is losing Melanie. His secret, he has a crush on Melanie. His opponent, Anthony, because, I mean, Melanie is with him. I go on? Okay, yeah, I went into his. He doesn't have a nickname. He's 30, male, Hispanic, brown hair, brown eyes, black hair, 5'10". He's Catholic. His city is Maryville, Texas, which is made up because I needed to make up something. Education, he has an AA in criminal justice. He is also a senior detective. He has a bad habit of saying the wrong things at the wrong time, and now be introduced in chapter 1. His good habits is being determined. His life goal is to make Melanie leave Anthony after discovering his secrets, and his fears is losing Melanie. So that is Detective Joshua Ramos. Next, we're going to go to Captain Rhymes. Captain Rhymes, oops, this is wrong. Captain Rhymes. Captain Rhymes is the captain of the Coryville Police Department. She's been a captain for 10 years. Her sister is the mayor of Coryville. Her name is Mayor Walker. Her first name escapes me right now. But she's older. She's married with 3 teenage children. She has 2 sons and a daughter. She's a Gorgon, which is a descendant of Medusa. I don't know why I had that liking on here, but yeah, I might have had her as a liking, her and the mayor, but I changed it, so she's a Gorgon. And non-human. Next is Wayne Williams. So Wayne is the little brother of Oscar Williams, who is the murder victim. And he lives in Coryville, of course. He's kind of a sweetheart, but he still has a temper about him. Both of the Williams brothers actually have a temper about them. I am not going to reveal what he is because I made it up. I made up the name at least. So you'll find that out once you read the book. And just know that he's not human. And then last, Grant Cambry. Grant is the owner of Grant's Fishery, where the Williams brothers used to work. He is also a non-human, And he is a very kind of manipulative character with some charm to him. But he's an antagonist, and yeah, you'll find out more about him when you read the book. But that's pretty much the characters. There's more characters that I'm gonna add later, but I just wanted to give like a quick overview of the ones that appear in the story the most. So places, as you can see, Coryville, Maine. That is where most of the story takes place. Golden Beach, Florida is where, here we go again, Britland County. Golden Beach, Florida is where Morgan County PD is, and that's where Melanie lives. And these are just pretty much the main locations. Anthony's house is the main location in Sheep's Clothing. Then you have the secondary locations, Coryville PD, Melanie's house, Morgan County PD. Those are the secondary locations. But that's pretty much an overview of Coryville. Like I said, it comes out on July 18th. Currently, there are pre-orders available. If you go to my website, you can pre-order the paperback and the ebook. If you go to Amazon, you can pre-order the ebook. And I have a sample of the book I can show here. Is it in here? Is it in here? Or did I leave it in my room? I think I left it in my room. Alrighty. I left it in my room. Oh, I have another book here. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm losing my mind. It was right over here the whole time, but let me turn this screen off so you can see it. Alright. So this is the book right here. And it's kind of thicker than my other books because I've been working on this story for a while. So I think I worked on this, like I said, maybe a year, 2 years. And so yeah, it's a little bit thicker than my other books. I mainly do like novelette, novella type stories, but this is more closer to a novel. I'm just somebody who believes that you don't need to put so much filler in a book to make it interesting or to fill a book. I mean, I'm kind of like straightforward, straight to the point, direct. I don't want to talk about one thing for like 50 pages. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm proud of my little baby. I actually wrote this before I wrote the Friend Trilogy. So I was working on this before that, but I'm glad that I'm finally getting it out. Like I said, July 18th, you can find it. You can go on my website and pre-order it. And yeah, I'm happy. But that's not it. Before I leave, I want to give you another preview of another book that's coming out this year. It's called The Secrets Inside Rose Manor. Also a paranormal romance. This is more paranormal drama romance. So let me pull it up. All right, move my screen. Hold this up. All right, here we go. So this is the book cover, The Secrets Inside Rose Manor. You're seeing it here first, I think. Yeah, I don't think I have it on my website yet. It's only going to be one book. There's not going to be a series for this because it didn't warrant a series. But I've actually been working on this one longer than I've been working on the Coryville one. This one is thicker. This is actually a novel size book. So it's going to be thicker than this. But yeah. Main character is Ray Washington. She's a home health nurse. She's American. She moved to England a year ago and started working in this huge mansion owned by the Rose family. So she started working at Rose Manor. This is William. William is the owner of Rose Manor. He is also the owner of Rose Financial Services. He is the love interest. He is, oh crap. Y'all probably already saw that, but yeah, he is not human. I don't know if anybody caught that, but yeah, he's not human. And then you have Lydia Rose. Lydia is William's mother. That is who Ray has been taking care of. So yeah, this is a very interesting story. Very interesting. Yeah. I'll reveal more the closer it gets to release date, but this will be released in October. So yeah, most likely October 18th, somewhere in the middle or towards the end of October. But yeah, I'm proud of this story also, but I know it's delving into probably monster romance more than anything. It's just a really weirdish story, and I kind of wasn't gonna release it under Latrell. I was gonna release it under another name, but I say, you know what, it is what it is. People just gonna read it and associate it with me. I don't care. YOLO. I hate saying that, but yeah. But as far as that, oh, sorry, wrong one. That is all for tonight. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments. If you're not watching this live, you can still ask me any questions. I will reveal more about these stories as their release dates come up. Feel free to follow me on social media, especially TikTok. I'm very active there. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm not so active on Twitter, but I'm still there. Follow me here, subscribe to my channel, and go to my website and check it out. Also, I want to say I'm going to start releasing some short stories on my website. I don't know when yet, but it's going to be within the next 2 months. So look out for those. I already have them up there. I just haven't decided when I'm going to open those pages up. So look out for that. And that is it for tonight. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.